I just remember that I really wanted to be part of this academic team because I see myself doing this when I get older. And I remember preparing so hard. I did get a role, and I remember coming into the room with one of our practices and one of the girls talking to another guy and saying, oh, she only got in because she's black. And at that moment, I just remember feeling so hurt. For the rest of the year, throughout the team, I just felt like everyone was looking at me like, oh, I was that black girl who made the team because she was black and not because of merit.
Growing up, I felt like I have had to look like the white man, dress like the white man, talk like the white man in order to be seen as being on the same level with the other white kids. And now I'm in a situation where I really don't know, like what am I? It's like you have to do all these things and you have to, it's just so hard for black students because we feel that we have to go the extra step to prove that we are on the same level and to prove that we can do it. And that is the reason why I show up every day to school and I work hard. I work so hard because I want other kids to see that it's something you can do.
I mean, yeah, like some of my black friends will be like, oh, like why do you hang out with these kids all the time? Or like some of my white friends are like, oh, like you hang out with those black kids, like I didn't know that. So it's just kind of like, I feel like sometimes I'm living two lives. You should hang out with kids who make you happy or make you genuinely laugh or make you, want to have fun or want to talk to them. And so just because if that person's white, black, Asian, Hispanic, that shouldn't affect who you're friends with.
I've gotten straight A's for the better part of my life. And my friend, he was new to the school, so he didn't really know me. He was like, oh, you get straight A's? You don't look like you get straight A's. Honestly, I mean, I just laughed in the moment. Then like once I thought about it, kind of like a little bit after the conversation, I kept thinking about it. Then it kind of hit me.
Stereotypes are a safety net. People use them because they're easy. They're easy to know without getting to know people. They say, you're this way because of whatever kind of physical features you have or whatever kind of ethnic or social or racial background you have to be this way. And people see that and they're like, okay, well, if everybody is telling me that I have to be this way, then I guess I should be this way.
And I do think that most of the things said are said as jokes. But I think after those jokes are said, they kind of start to settle in and they become more than that.
There's just so much more to a person than the color of their skin. I don't see why, like, in our world, that's how we've evolved as humans, is like thinking something that is darker in tone has less value than something that is lighter,
Prejudice is a human thing, and it's gonna happen if you're different in any society. It's a bad thing, but that doesn't mean the people behind it are bad people.
They should be forgiven and taught that there is a better way to think about the world, there's a better way to see other people.
Smart and black at BCC. Some people may say those two words don't belong in the same sentence.
I got in and I saw that I was one of 2 black people in the class.
I think I'm the only African American in AP Physics.
An AP Bio class or an IB Anthropology class.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only black student in that course.
I was the only minority in my class, and so I felt like I did not belong at all.
I feel like I'm usually the one that's left out. I'm just kind of distracted only because there aren't others that are like me or kind of don't see like the fact that I can take a class like that.
I feel like people have this feeling that slavery was, a couple hundred years ago. We should be back on track, but I feel like people forget that we weren't all holding hands and singing Kumbaya after slavery ended. Like, there was Jim Crow laws, and That ended in, the 60s? So we have about 50 years to get to the top, to where we're supposed to be. We were put in this place. It wasn't just us being lazy or unintelligent that got us here. It was because we were oppressed.
If we want to change the BCC, if we want to change the world, we're going to have to make a difference in ourselves and not rely on other people to do that for us.
If we can build towers that are almost taller than a mountain, if we can make cities like New York, if we can make the 7 wonders of the world, I think we can move past prejudice. I have faith in that.
So the first step to any problem is, first of all, acknowledging that it exists, and this is what this video is, acknowledging that there's a problem at BCC. And the second step is, to think twice before you say something, to not perceive people in a certain way just because of their race. We need to think more, because our actions really can hurt people.